With the transfer window now getting close, the boys want to strengthen the team. The main story coming out in the last few hours is that Celtic will battle Rangers for a player's signature. We will go over this whilst going over all the latest Celtic news from the last 24 hours. But first, make sure you like this video and subscribe to the channel for more Celtic content. Paris Saint-Germain could make football history this weekend by winning 4 major trophies in one season. If they beat Inter Milan in the Champions League final on Saturday, they will match a record set by Celtic in 1967. Back in 1967, Celtic became the first British team to win the European Cup. They beat Inter Milan 2-1 in the final in Lisbon. That same season, they also won the Scottish League, the Scottish Cup and the League Cup. Celtic finished 3 points ahead of Rangers in the league, beat Aberdeen in the Scottish Cup final and won the League Cup by beating Rangers again. But the Hoops didn't stop there. They also won the Glasgow Cup by defeating Partick Thistle, making it 5 trophies in one season. No other team in world football has won 4 major trophies in one campaign like that since. Now, PSG have a chance to do it. Under manager Luis Enrique, the French side have already won 3 trophies this season. They won the French league easily, finishing 19 points ahead of Marseille. They also lifted the Trophée des Champions, France's version of the Super Cup, earlier in the season. Last weekend, they won the French Cup with a 3-0 win over Reims. All that's left is the Champions League. If PSG can beat Inter Milan in Munich, they'll win a 4th major trophy and join Celtic in the history books. That would be a huge achievement, especially since PSG have never won the Champions League. They came close in the 2019 to 2020 season when they reached the final, but Bayern Munich beat them 1-0. Ironically, the winning goal was scored by Kingsley Coman, a former PSG player. Over the years, PSG have had big stars like Lionel Messi, Neymar and Kylian Mbappe, but despite their strong squads, they've never managed to win Europe's top trophy. Celtic's 1967 team, known as the Lisbon Lions, are still remembered as one of the greatest sides in football history. Matching their record won't be easy, but PSG have the chance to do it. If they succeed, they'll become only the 2nd team to win 4 major trophies in one season. Something fans of the Glasgow Giants know is truly special. Now for the main story, Celtic are reportedly looking at bringing in Swedish attacker Oscar Felenius as they plan for next season. The 23-year-old plays for Djurgården's IF and has impressed scouts with his skill, movement and ability to play in many positions. Felenius mostly plays as a right winger but can also line up on the left wing behind the striker, as a centre forward or even on the left side of midfield. His flexibility makes him a useful option for any team. Celtic are keeping a close eye on him as they aim to strengthen their squad, with Rangers also said to be interested. The Swedish winger has played over 150 games in his career, scoring 34 goals and providing 20 assists. He's played for clubs like Brøndby in Denmark and IK Start in Norway before joining Djurgården in 2023. His time in different leagues has helped him grow and improve as a player. Djurgården paid just over 1.5 million to sign him last year. His current contract runs until 2026, but there are signs that the club could be ready to sell him if a good offer comes in. Felenius has become a key player for Djurgården, and they would likely want a strong fee before letting him go. Celtic are always looking for new attacking talent, especially players who can cover more than one role. With a number of first-team players expected to leave this summer and more games to play across the league and Europe, Brendan Rodgers wants more options up front. Felenius could be a smart signing, giving Celtic something different in attack. This move would match Celtic's recent signings, young, flexible players with room to improve. Felenius fits that mould perfectly. He's got experience but is still young enough to grow in Glasgow. No bid has been made yet, but things could move quickly if Celtic decide to act. The transfer window is opening soon, and Celtic want to be ready to move fast when the right players become available. If Felenius does join, he would bring pace, creativity and depth to the forward line. Fans will be watching closely to see if Celtic take this interest further in the coming weeks. In other news, Adam Matthews left Celtic in 2015 after 4 years at the club. He had joined in 2011 and played a key role in a successful period for the team, winning league titles and competing in Europe. But as his contract entered its final year, the club chose to sell him. Ronnie Dealer was in charge at the time and had started to prefer Mikael Lustig at right back. Celtic accepted an offer from Sunderland, a move that surprised Matthews. While playing in the Premier League was a new challenge, leaving Celtic wasn't something he had planned. He said he had been in early talks about a new contract, but those discussions didn't go anywhere. Instead, he found himself on the way out. with little time to think about the decision. Looking back, Matthews made it clear he would have liked to stay. He spoke well of Lustig and respected the manager's choice, but admitted he wasn't ready to leave. Later, in 2019, when Neil Lennon returned as manager, there was some interest in bringing Matthews back. The move didn't happen, but Matthews said he would have jumped at the chance. He said, "I didn't particularly want to leave, to be honest. I wasn't the number one choice. I think Ronnie preferred Lustig, which is fair enough. Lustig's a brilliant player, and he's done really well for Celtic, so it's not that I wanted to leave." Obviously, Sunderland came in and it was a new challenge in the Premier League, so it seemed like the right time to move, even though I wasn't looking to move. It happened quite quickly, to be honest. I went home one day, fell asleep on the sofa, woke up, and had missed calls with my agent saying Celtic have accepted a bid. And I was straight down there, so it happened quite quickly. I didn't have much time to think about it, but it's not like I wanted to leave Celtic. I loved my time there. So it was a little bit bittersweet, really. I wasn't buzzing to go, you know what I mean? I spoke to Ronnie a couple of days before Sunderland came in and he said they were expecting an offer to come in. I told him then I wasn't looking to leave. We were half discussing the new contract with Celtic, which didn't materialise, he concluded. Matthews had a strong connection with Celtic. He came into the side as a young player and grew into an important part of the squad. His pace and drive down the right made him a favourite for many fans. He played under Neil Lennon and helped the team dominate the league during that spell. But in football, things move fast. With new players coming in and managers making changes, some players lose their place. That's what happened with Matthews. Lustig became first choice, and Matthews was left looking at his options even if he didn't want to go. The move to Sunderland offered a different kind of test. The Premier League was more competitive and the pressure was high, but even as he left, Matthews never hid how much Celtic meant to him. The way his exit happened so quickly and with no time to consider other options clearly still plays on his mind. When Lennon showed interest in 2019, it seemed like the door might open again. But no deal was done and Matthews moved on. Still, his words show a deep respect and love for the club and a clear sense of unfinished business that sadly won't be finished. Lastly, Celtic have reportedly shocked Liverpool by moving quickly to try and sign young Serbian defender Veljko Milosevic. The 17-year-old centre-back has been attracting attention across Europe after an impressive season with Red Star Belgrade. Liverpool were believed to be watching the player closely and were expected to make a move, but Celtic have beaten them to it by already making an offer to Red Star. That bid has been rejected, but Celtic are not giving up. Red Star are hoping to get around £9 million for the teenager. Celtic are not likely to spend that much on such a young player, but the Hoops believe they have a strong chance of getting the deal done. They will hope to convince Milosevic that he will get more chances to play first-team football at Celtic than at a Premier League club like Liverpool. The Scottish champions reportedly think this could be the key to signing him. They are offering a clear plan for his development and quicker chances to play in the Champions League. That's something big English clubs can't always guarantee to young players. Anfield Central report that Celtic's move has caught Liverpool by surprise. The English club is focused on signing big names this summer, possibly spending over $200 million. That has given Celtic space to move quickly and make their interest known. Milosevic is seen as a top young talent. Celtic's current defenders include Cameron Carter-Vickers, Mike Narocki, Liam Scales and Austin Trusty, with others like Stephen Welsh and Gustav Lagerbilke out on loan. The club want to build for the future and the Serbian fits that plan. If Celtic can agree a fee, it would be a major boost in the transfer market. Beating a club like Liverpool to a top young player would send a strong message. Talks are ongoing and the Hoops are pushing hard to get it done. Celtic supporters will now wait to see if the Hoops can pull off this smart piece of business. Signing Milosevic would not only strengthen the squad but also show that Celtic can still compete with the biggest clubs when they act fast. What are your thoughts on these? Let us know down in the comment section below. Make sure you've liked this video and subscribe to the channel for more Celtic content.